Hello fellow crafters, this is Jane Fires, an affiliate with Fun Stampers Journey and Spellbinders, and today I wanted to show you this Easter Blessings card and make it with you so that I can walk you through all the steps. It's an easy one to do, particularly if you have very many Easter cards that you want to send out. On the inside I put He is Risen, and at the bottom I stamped a few flowers. So let's get started on making this one. The words that I use today come from Hope Anchors, and we're using He is Risen on the inside and Easter Blessing on the outside, and there is a die that comes with this particular stamp set, so that's nice, so that you have both your die and your stamps. The other set that we're going to use is this one here, and it's called Easter Blessing. We're using the little flower out of it. It also has a die, and we're using the cross die for the cross on that card. Now we could, if we wanted to, stamp the cross first. I did not do that on this card because I'm going to do that on a different card to show you later. But we're using the cross die off of Easter Blessings. The other thing that we're using is one of the new papers. This was called Create and Bloom, and we're using this flower one here because it's soft and it looks nice for Easter. But this is the new one that came out in our new Easter Blessing mini catalog. You can find this little brochure online on Fun Stampers Journey, as well as everything that we're using today. So this is the paper pack. I'm just going to very quickly show you a couple of them. Another one that's in here is the little birds. So it's a neat one for spring. They are double-sided, and on the back of that one is our plaid pink one. Another one is the flower one in the different shades of pink. And on the back of it, oh yeah, the kids like this one, are the kites. The one we're using today is this one, and on the back of it are the stripes. And of course there are 24 double-sided pieces of paper in here. They are all 12 by 12, so you can do a lot of cards with this particular one. One of the earlier videos that I did, I used the yellow here. It has the stars on it, and I used it for a sympathy card. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're using Pineapple Smoothie, Limeade Splash, and then our new paper piece. So these two, to start with, I'm going to put my glue on and put them onto my base. Now I'm using glue rather than our tape or our liner, and the reason that I am is because if I don't like where I have it, I have a few seconds that I can move it around. When I use our white liner tape and our tape dispenser, I can't do that because once it's down to stay. Okay, that's good now. Put the glue on the back of my flower piece. And press that one down. Now I did die cut already our cross, but what I want to do is I want to make it pop a little more when I go to put it onto my card. And so on this one that I did earlier, I used and went around it with a Copic marker, and this one happens to be Burnt Sienna. It's E09. And that's what I did this one with, but this one I wanted to do a little darker. So on this one I am using Cashew, and it's E79. Now if you have Copic markers, you know that they have two tips. One tip is pointed, and the pointed one is the one that there's always a little gray ring around. And the other one is your flat one. And so I'm using my flat one, and I'm going to go around the edges of my cross. And as I do it, I just move my fingers around. Because of course your cross is made out of paper, of our cardstock, and this happens to be oatmeal cookie, and it is going to give. Alright, so there I've gone around now with my marker. So bring my card in, turn this over, and take my detail shears and cut me some of the foam dots in half. And I think I want one more half. Whoops. I dropped it. Okay, peel my backings off on my cross piece. And then position it where I want it on the front of my card. Then, Easter Blessing, I've already stamped it, and I put the die on so you could see that it's a tight fit on my stamp. This is what it looks like. And for this one I used cocoa powder. So turn it over, and again I'm going to take, and I think I'm going to cut these in thirds. This is one of the reasons I like these particular foam squares, because you can really cut them any size you want to. And put a third on, so I've used one completely on the back of it. And then position Easter Blessing at the top. So the front of my card is now done. So now what I want to do is the inside of my card. So I'm going to take my Limeade Splash and put it in first. Using my craft glue. And then my white one, before I adhere it on the inside, I want to stamp it with some flowers at the bottom. And so I'm using the stamp set Easter Blessings. It's in our big catalog. In the big catalog you can find it also online. And I'm going to stamp 3 of these at the bottom, and I'm using our new color. It's called Haystack. So there those are. And one of the nice things about that particular stamp set is the flowers have just a little bit of shading. And that's why in spots, as I stamped it, you could see there was a little bit darker. Alright, adhere this onto my Limeade Splash inside. Then I'll take He Is Risen, ink it up with our cocoa powder, which is what I used on the front, and put it on the inside. And there it is. So, Easter card, Easter blessing. The cross, as you can see, is empty. He is risen because Jesus arose on the third day. Flowers at the bottom and the flowers on the front. An easy one to do. You can find everything on my website at www.janies-angelhugs.com. If you have any questions, you can email me at Serif, S like in Sam, ERIF 1@AOL.com. Yes, it's my last name backwards. Have a great and blessed day.